Hello everyone, how are we doing today? This is Toby. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I appreciate your time and your openness to the messages that want to come through for us. So we began a series on messages from the elements yesterday with a message from Mother Gaia for us as we move into 2023. Today I'm guided to bring through a message from the element of water for us. However, I'm feeling that this may be a different type of message than what we received from Mother Gaia. Her message was about our journey on a collective level, but even as individuals, but representative of what we're building as humans. And I really feel like what I'm sensing what will be coming through from the element of water is what water needs from us. So I'm starting with Mystical Moments Tarot. So let's see. What the element of water has to share with us, please, Spirit. As you're listening, if you will just envision yourself sitting by the ocean, by a lake, by a river, and allow your mind into stillness. Allow your body, your breath, any movements to harmonize with the movement of the water. So the first message that's coming through is that what I just described to you is one of the things that water is offering to us. To be mindful, or to, as a reminder to all of us, the power of water to, I'm getting the word quell, anxiety, or dispel, soothe, restlessness, chaos, sense of disconnect, a sense of feeling out of control or a lack of control, that given the chaos and the discord that we can be exposed to in the outer world, either through the media or just energetically, when we're out in the world, that being by water is going to greatly help soothe that. And as a reminder, just as we received from Mother Gaia, but a reminder from water, that when we allow ourselves to harmonize with the natural flow and energy movement of water, bodies of water, that it not only is soothing for us, but it's soothing for the water as well, that the water can sense our discord. It can sense the dissonance. And the more of us who intend and actively engage in the energetic frequency and vibration of water as it's flowing and moving freely, the more that we help to heal water. We allow it to we help boost the frequency. We not so much boost the frequency, but we are relieving the strain on water. It has its own natural high frequency, but when so many of us around water or in the collective are in a dissonant state, it impacts the water negatively. Okay. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. I'm kind of laughing because I started this video twice already, and twice. First time, no, I didn't even get into the cards. Restarted because something happened here, and then the second time, the first card that came out was the Two of Cups. So, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so, and I restarted the video because I felt I wasn't bringing through the correct message, and this speaks to, and I wasn't, because it was coming from a place of what water was trying to tell us as humans, and certainly that's what is coming through now, but what the actual message is not based solely, or even the majority of it, in what we can do for ourselves or each other, but what we can do for water. So this speaks to, see how the stems of the two roses are wound together tightly and they're balanced. It reminds me of the infinity symbol and how these two figures seem to be twins. But this is symbolic of our intricate link with water. And we know that, what, 70, 75, 67%, something like that, of our body is comprised of water. And so it only stands to reason that when the cells within our body, the water within our body, is vibrating at a lower level, if there's dissonance, if we don't have congruence between the water within us, that is going to impact the water of our earth. And so we can enter into, I knew that that was coming, we can, I don't know if you guys hear the train, we can enter into this symbiotic relationship of healing with water by being by water, by allowing water to help ease the dissonance, by just allowing ourselves to listen to water, to be with water, to allow the electrons of the water to soothe us. And by doing so, then we're bringing ease to the water. We are helping the water to be in its natural state more easily. I have this sense of when we as a collective are in such a chaotic state and in such disarray within and without, that it impacts the water, that the water has to work very hard to stay pure. And I'm speaking from an energetic standpoint. Certainly we're all aware of the impacts of humans on water in the physical. But energetically, when we are in a balanced state and we allow ourselves to be near water and share our balanced state and work in this intertwining, we open ourselves to the healing powers of the water and then allow the result of that to flow back to the water. It brings this beautiful symbiosis. Okay. And now I'm feeling very emotional. Okay. Yeah, that's really powerful, you guys. Okay, next. Whew. The Hierophant. The Hierophant speaks of wisdom and tradition, and in some ways can also be a gosh, I'm hearing the word heretical, but that's not the word I'm not sure what that is in reference to in this instance. But the Hierophant can be rather strict. It can be fanatical. It can be so by the book, and it's looking at the book. The owl's looking at the book and teaching the girl in the tree. It can be that way, but that's not what I'm feeling from this. And so what I'm feeling from this is allowing ourselves to step outside of what we think we know to be true and allow ourselves to be taught by nature. And in this case, we have the owl, which of course symbolizes great wisdom. The ability to see, to move in silence, but with great precision. So stepping outside of our standardized way of thinking and allowing ourselves to be taught by nature. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Because as we've gone through this journey, we have, as humans, see how she has stitches on her blouse. There have been wounds. But I feel like this is representative of water. That when we allow ourselves to be taught by nature, then we are allowing ourselves to heal the wounds fully that have been inflicted from the times when we didn't know. See how she's walking through these thorns, and the thorns aren't, I don't know if you could see this. Okay, so see how she's moving through this patch of thorns on the rose. But the rose doesn't intend to harm her. And so even though we have caused great harm to nature, to water in particular, water understands that it wasn't necessarily intentional, and at times we didn't know better. But when we're able to learn from water, learn from nature, then we can learn to do things in a different way. And in as much an energetic fashion as in a physical, three-dimensional routes of action. Okay, let's see. We're going to use the Life Soul Vision Oracle as well, but I'm feeling... Hang on, guys. Sorry for the delay, but there's another deck that I want to use. We're going to end with the Life Soul Vision Oracle, but I want to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle at this point, and I wasn't anticipating being guided to this, so I didn't have it ready, but it's nearby. Okay, so let's see what wants to come through from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. It feels like guys let me know. Are you feeling the emotion behind this as well? Water is connected to our emotions in the tarot, and that's. But are you feeling the emotion from the water towards us? There's this amazing sense of forgiveness and understanding, even with all of the harm that we've caused. And this message that water wants us to start from here, to forgive ourselves, but to take responsibility for what we've done to ourselves and to nature, and specifically to water, by being open to listen to the wisdom that comes from nature. Nature will help us heal it as well as ourselves, and how this is so intricately tied together. Okay, so let's see what comes from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Water, what would you like to tell us, please? Ooh, I'm shaking now. Everybody breathe. Wild Woman. It's card number 62. Water is a feminine a divine feminine energy as well. Okay. Let me show you the card. I'm really getting this sense of just allowing ourselves to really, and that may have been the emotion that was coming through, really allowing ourselves to feel into the divine feminine energy within each of us. This is not indicative or not tied to anyone's gender, but we all have the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us. And I'm really drawn to this flock of birds that's flying away here. And it almost looks like an eclipsed moon or a new moon. A new moon. We just had the new moon in Capricorn on Friday. No, when did we have that? The 23rd. The full moon in Cancer is coming up on the 6th or the 7th. I feel honoring the moon cycles is really important in this. Oh, going to the water on a new moon. Going to the water on a new moon. There's something around that, and something around the 8th of June I'm getting. But in regards to the wild woman and this divine feminine energy, allowing us to be, I think it's just further confirming this energy of the Hierophant, allowing us to ourselves to be led, to acknowledge and embrace the wildness, that we are not separate from nature. We are nature. that again, there's so much water within our bodies that I feel this constriction around water within us, allowing it to move freely within us, that the discordant, the incoherence within ourselves is keeping it pocketed in certain places. It's not allowing it to flow freely. It's not allowing us to flow freely with the divine feminine energy within us. And by allowing ourselves to do that, this is part of this process of healing as well. That nature needs this from us so that we may fulfill our role in this symbiotic relationship of allowing this integration with nature, really embracing that. Okay, let's see what we have from the Life Soul Vision Oracle. This is a profoundly beautiful deck by Romy Wyser, and I will link information about this deck in the description box below for any of you who may be interested in purchasing this deck. It is always delivers the most beautiful, moving messages. Okay. Breath is going to be important in allowing these pockets to move freely within our body, releasing that restriction. Making sure you're hydrated, of course, is an obvious part of this, but the breath is very much a part of this process as well. Okay. Nourish your inner wealth. Oh, look, the chest is full of water. Okay. There's one more. Maybe two. And the date of June 8th is coming up again. Oh, wow. Enlightened in the exhale, and she's underwater. Okay, these are both, we have 11, we have 29, enlightened in the exhale, and we were just talking about breath, and 39, so 12, in nourish your inner wealth. Okay, inner wealth, of course, speaks highly of your internal emotional landscape. Enlightened in the exhale. Releasing these chains. See how she has this chain that's weighing her down? I almost feel like this chest is, okay, let's see if I can make this happen so you can see them both. I don't know that you can. There we go. Can you see that? I almost feel like this chest, when we have these pockets of water blocked up within our energetic and physical bodies, this chest actually is what's at the end of this chain. And it's supposed to be our treasure chest of inner wealth. But when we are afraid to look inside it, it becomes a weight holding us down. And we're afraid to look inside it because it's the unknown. But look at the light that's pouring out of it. Just because we don't have prior knowledge of it does not make it, I'm hearing, dangerous place to go. but not looking within that chest is what's holding us. And it's holding us under the water, but I feel like it's actually holding, like the water is not only within the chest, but it's around us, and it's keeping us lifted from going even farther down. Like the water is what is trying to lift us up so that we're able to fully exhale. And the water needs us to be able to do that, just as we were talking about how interlinked our experiences are. That when we are not opening up to the light of that inner chest, that wealth of inner emotion, not looking at what truly brings us bliss and awe and joy and the word isn't coming to me. It's just right there. It's a sense of awe, but it is, when we're not looking at that, then we're keeping ourselves bound. And that process is what creates these pockets, these blockages of the water within our energetic and physical bodies. And because we're so interlinked with the element of water, then we are energetically creating these pockets and these blockages and the holding back, the resistance within water. It has to struggle and work in order to be at its natural high frequency, its free-flowing state. And a state that's balanced, a state that is in union with other beings and souls of this planet. Not one that is erratic and chaotic and destructive. Okay guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you are able to get to a body of water in the near future and will open yourself up to the wisdom of nature and the rhythm of water, and allow it to heal you so that you may then send that healing energy and frequency back to the water. Thank you.